everybody. We're going to say, like Cliff said, he said thunderstorm Tuesday, but you know what happens after a thunderstorm? The beautiful sunshine comes out. So happy terrific Tuesday to everybody. And welcome to His Legacy and Leadership. My name is Alicia Johnson, and I proudly serve as the Membership Director for the Greater Augusta Black Chamber of Commerce. In celebration of Men's History Month, Men's Mental History Month, Men's in Business Month, and also all our fathers that are in business too as well. We are honored to spotlight some of our phenomenal men within our chamber who are making a lasting impact as business owners, entrepreneurs, and leaders in our community. Today, we are honored to spotlight, I just had to take a little breather, this humble, amazing, but y'all, this is who we bringing on today. Cliff, he is an amazing person. This is Clifton Thomas. He is the owner of Clifton Sports and Spirits. If you have not checked out his location or known about his location, you will definitely find out on tonight's spotlight. His dedication, his vision, his leadership represent the strength and excellence of men in business. We are excited to learn more about his journey, his inspiration, and the legacy he is building through entrepreneurship. Everyone, please let's welcome Clifton Thomas, but we all know him as Cliff, so that's what we're going to be referring to him as. Cliff, welcome. It is an honor to definitely spotlight you on tonight, so I appreciate you taking your time out on tonight. You are a very busy businessman, and you're always on the go, so I definitely appreciate you taking that time just to take a few moments for the chamber to spotlight you tonight. So welcome, Cliff.
Thank you very much, Alicia. I appreciate you guys showing a little spotlight on the brother.
You need all the spotlight. You're doing some amazing things here in the community. So we definitely appreciate you. Cliff, can you let everybody know a little bit about yourself for the ones that do not know you or have not heard about what's happening here too? So can you let them know a little bit about you?
Okay, first of all, my name is Clifton Thomas. I was born and raised in Augusta, Georgia. So I'm really from the city, and I have a lovely wife, Ginger, and I'm just trying to do what I do. That's really it. That's all you need to know about little old me.
See, that's why I said humble in the beginning, because y'all, he is really holding back. But this spotlight is all about you, Cliff. You can't hold back on the spotlight, so we gonna get into it.
We'll get into it, but initially, the only thing they need to know is for the introduction. I'm just doing the introduction.
I love it. Cliff, can you let everybody know what actually inspired you to start the business? What made you get into, owning a restaurant, owning a sports bar? What was the inspiration? Where did that come from?
Well, to be honest with you, I actually wrote this down about, I want to say 25 years ago, 25 to 30 years ago. And I actually have the paper that I wrote down that I will own a sports bar. I named it Cliffisms, not Cliffisms, I'm sorry, Cliffhangers.
Cliffhangers, you say it?
Cliffhanger first.
We'll be hanging on the ceilings.
But the problem was, when we tried to actually go get that name, it wasn't dormant enough. So they said you can't do that. And I always had sayings on Facebook for the last 15, 20 years, and I always had Cliffism on it. So my wife was like, hey, why not just name it Cliffisms? And so I was like, but then it stuck because I use that often anyway. So that's really how it came about. But yes, I wrote this down about 25 to 30 years ago that I would own a sports bar and it would be Cliffhanger. But Cliffisms is kind of nice too, though.
Yes, it is. It rings throughout the community in the city, so it definitely does its own weight. You
Yeah.
know, that ball, which I know you'll get into eventually too, that 8 ball.
Oh,
You know, that represents alone. So but, I mean, and it's just not me speaking, but mostly when people see the pool ball, they thinking like, oh, we're supposed to be on Winston Spring Road. So
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, they do
yes.
equate them to with that, though. Yeah.
Yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely. Lev, what impact do you believe that you're bringing through the community at this moment right now? What would you say, or that you have already brought to the community?
I think it is really for those that don't feel that they can get ahead in life or
Mm-hmm.
something has happened to them, because if people out there, a lot of people out there know my whole story, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they look at me and say, "Hey, if he can do it, why can't I?" And that's the reach I really want because I want to show people that no matter what your life has been, what you've been through, what happened to you, no matter what, you can still become everything you want to become if you're willing to work hard for it and stop taking no's.
Yes, absolutely. And can we feed off of that a little bit and just say that, um, individually, do you feel like that has pulled a lot of weight, and also not just the weight, but the movement and empowerment and the mentalness that other men need in the community, that you have inspired others to follow along, with that?
I would hope so. I would hope so because it's easy to reach out to people who's doing this or doing that, but the
Hmm.
people that you really need to grab are the people that are struggling, that gets up every day and don't know what today's going to bring from how they're going to eat, stuff like that, you know,
Hmm.
and those that want to give up. So I hope my reach reaches those people. Those
Yes.
are the ones that I'm really trying to reach. Everybody else, don't get me wrong, I really appreciate everyone.
Yes.
But coming from where I came from, I want to try to reach the people that are in the situation that I was in. You know,
Absolutely. And I have to take that word away from you trying, because just seeing the individual that you are, and the movements and the inspiration that you are giving other people in the community, and mostly the men, but also young adults, the teenagers,
mhm.
also the females. You are already doing that. You are already making those changes, and they can see that, hey, my life can be totally different. I can make this change, because of what you have done and the things that you are doing, and not giving up, not taking the word no as a final answer,
Right. That's right.
and moving forward with it, so we've been celebrating you, and honoring you, from the end of May now to June, and we're gonna continue because the movements that you're doing, is just so amazing. And for you to, fight, and like you say, you started this almost 30 years ago, so, and having that dream, and hey, now look at you, and how it's building and how it's growing and thriving. So, and the next thing we know, that Cliffism, hey, be several locations, so,
Oh,
you know,
that's definitely the plan.
absolutely. We see it. We see it, and I know you see it because that's one of your goals and your dreams that you had. And you already done made it to the first one, like you said. You wrote that 25 years ago, and now we're in 2026, and now you're moving and continue moving and thriving and moving to the next one, and that's what it takes. You write it down, you look at it, you go back to it, you look at it again. And I tell people all the time, and I tell myself, not just people, I tell myself, write it down. You may,
Yeah,
you may, it may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but guess what? What you wrote down, you can refer back to that and say, hey, oh, I did reach it. Or if you have not reached it, what do I got to do next to get there?
that's right.
Yeah,
what's my step today to get toward this goal? And
absolutely.
That's the most important thing, is to make one step a day. You
That's
know,
right.
one step a day. Yep.
Yep, absolutely. And I just love seeing, our members, our entrepreneurs here throughout the community thriving and, bringing those goals and dreams to life, and moving forward with it. I just love it. I love it. I love it. Um, what advice would you give some of the men right now that for all the changes? I know this is a more deeper question, Cliff, but I know you got the answer for it. So that's why I'm asking you, what advice, would you give the men right now, with all the changes and all the things that's happening throughout the community and the world right now?
The best advice I think I could give is be about your business. Whatever, no matter what you're doing, whatever you're trying to do, be about it. You can't part-time stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be, if you're going to be, say for instance, you want to open up a clothing studio,
Mm-hmm.
where you got all these new clothes and stuff. You got to be about it. You got to go different cities and look at what's going on, what the flavor is, and how they're selling. You got to go to different businesses to get your formula, you know, and bring it in. So be about your business. Understand that it's going to take more than money.
Yes.
Money helps, but it takes, what I would say, more accomplishment. It takes more people that you don't know to
Mm-hmm.
help you in your goals. You gotta meet people. You gotta be able to have conversations with people. Conversations sometimes are the greatest things in the world, because a person knows if they're gonna help you as soon as they talk to you. So you
Yeah.
come with a formula and show them your plan, and everybody's not gonna be persuaded by your plan, but somebody may. So be about your business, 100% about your business, and I think everybody can make it.
I love it. I love it. See, I knew you would have that right answer. I love it. Cliff, I appreciate it so much. Now, I want to go ahead and get into the showcase. I want everybody to know, if they don't already know, if you, even if you are not one to go out and, go to the bars and stuff like that, Cliff actually has the opportunity, and I'm gonna let him talk more about this, but have the opportunity for it to be a family oriented destination now in the South Augusta. Woo! I love it. It just gave me chills again because, me being a South Augusta, well, really Hetzema, I'm Hetzema, but, being South Augusta right around the corner for myself, just having that location now, where everybody know in South Augusta, we always have to go to the actual Augusta. So Washington Road, when we want to take the kids to get something to eat or whatever. And now having that opportunity now in South Augusta, another location is so amazing, so
Mhm.
lovely, so beautiful. And I just know it's about to thrive, bigger than you and your family have actually inspired, and imagined. So I'm just so happy to go ahead and let you take the stage and tell them all about it, Cliff.
Well, we've tried for so long. Oh my God, to
Yeah.
get this business where it is today. Let's say that. A lot of trials, tribulations, but in the end, we bided our time, and now we're here. What we have now is an actual full hybrid restaurant. Okay, let me say that again, because people always saying the bar or this and that.
Mhm.
No, I'm sorry. We are now considered as a hybrid restaurant, which means that during our lunch hours, which are 11 to 3, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays right now, they'll change. But yeah, you can bring your kids in, you can whole family, you can eat, have your few, adult beverages if you need to, but
And a
you ain't
kid cocktail.
You don't have to leave the kids at home now. It's just the same
Yes.
way you would go to Carolina Ale House, the same way you would go to Applebee's, and
Mhm.
what our fight has been. It's very hard to get on the level of these businesses, especially being a black-owned business. You know, we
Yes.
we have so many things we have to fight, but now we're here, so we're gonna make the best of it. What we're doing is showing South Augusta that hey, you matter too. You know what I'm saying? So why not have a good place to go in South Augusta, just like you got everywhere else in Augusta? So I put my foot down and I said, this is what it's gonna be, this is where it's gonna be. And I'm very proud that we finally got it where we need to get it.
Yes, absolutely. And that's just a little of the pudding, of it. But yes, absolutely, y'all. I mean, that is just an amazing accomplishment. And just again, crowning you, giving you that crown of not taking the word no.
Yeah.
So we definitely support you. I know the community is going to support you with that, and thank you for standing up, to Augusta and saying, hey, this is definitely needed in the South Augusta area. So we
I
commend you. We know that's not an easy fight that you had to go through.
Alicia, I listened to 6 years.
Yes, of no's.
6 years. So yes, I'm really proud of what we've accomplished. Absolutely. And
Yes,
I'm glad we stuck to our guns and we did. So we
yes.
have a lot of help now. A lot of help. The commissioners helped us a lot. So I'm not gonna sit here like I'm the only one that did it. But
That, of course, it takes support. But before you got to that, yes, me speaking of getting no's, a lot of no's and still moving forward. It takes a strong individual. It takes a person that has that mental mindset and a strong mindset of continue moving forward and putting that foot toward the, in front of the other and not allowing other people to tell you no when you have a gift that's been given to you and also a dream that you have ahead of you.
right.
So again, just commending you for standing strong and not bending down to the word no. And I want, and that's the reason why, having you on here tonight, you can speak alone of how that has made you a stronger person and now being able to smile. We smile in front of everybody, but actually being able to smile and that smile means something and you able to actually enjoy the smile that you're carrying today. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been something, but it's the whole thing has been enjoyable. I swear, it's like when I first got into the business, when we first opened, not even when we first opened doors, when we first met the people to
Okay.
get the building, my wife said, no, absolutely not. This is garbage. This is trash. And I told her, I said, I can see it, Jen. I can see it.
Uh-huh.
Like, well, I can't.
you know, and the
You
reason
weren't
I'm laughing
there.
I'm kind of laughing is because when you said that, it took me back to my mom. My mom, she a beautiful person. I love my mama dearly, but mama, she'll tell you in a heartbeat, baby, I can't see what you see because she
Yeah,
don't, she don't see.
yeah. Well, Jen was just like that. Like, no. Ah,
But,
ah,
but don't explain it. Look, my mama and Jen is just like this too. Don't explain it to them. Don't
ah.
no, you gotta just hey, this is what it's gonna be. And then once they see it, they be like, oh yeah, okay,
When
yes.
she started,
Because
she started
everybody don't
saying,
have that. They can't visualize it in their head, but they can visualize it once it come in front of them. So that's why I started laughing because my mom don't put no colors together, baby. No, they don't match. Type thing. So, but
work done.
they're gonna stand beside you regardless. They're gonna stand beside you. So I love it. Yeah, my dad, he could sit there and show mama something, and she'd be like, oh no, that don't match. And then when he put it together, then he'd be like, oh yeah, baby, I love that. So that's why I started laughing. And Jennifer, Miss Jennifer, Miss Ginger is just like that.
Please,
Yeah.
I
So
don't feel like killing me.
Well, Miss Ginger, she is just like that. So, but she's a beautiful person. I love her too as
Yeah,
well. Beautiful
she's
person.
she's she's my helpmate, and she
Yes.
really is there for me. And she's really she's the one that keeps me calm. Just put it that way.
Yes, and we all need that individual to make that happen. So we definitely do. Um, Now, also, Cliff, can you tell them a little bit? Of course, I have it in the chat, but let them know exactly where you're located at. Give them the hours. If y'all have, I know you got events happening. It's June 10th this weekend and this week, so I know you got a lot of things coming up. So just briefly let everybody know what's happening over at Cliffism.
First of all, we're located at 2416 Windsor Spring Road, Suite 2. Um, Coming up, we have a lot. Okay, Friday we have Juneteenth. We are the title sponsors for the entire event. We've been the title sponsors for the last couple of years. And speaking of that, let me tell you, I thought it was something that had to be done.
Okay.
Um, if Augusta is gonna have a Juneteenth event the size of the event that we have, it's only right that a black business be the title sponsor because it's a black event.
I love it.
And
Yes.
so I felt in my soul, I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna do it. It wasn't easy convincing my wife the first year, okay?
Mhm.
Because it's a lot of money, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
But it's worth it. It's worth it for the cause for me.
Mhm.
So after the first year, and it went very well, so we said, you know what, we're gonna do it again. And you never know, we may do it year three, you know. But we got Juneteenth. Like I said, we are the title sponsors. It's a great event. Y'all come out as a free event. Um, Only thing you have to do is scan.
Mhm.
That's how events are going now. They want to make sure so they can keep a track of their tickets,
That's
so they
right.
know exactly how many people that actually attended, and not some blown up number that people just guess. All right.
Mhm.
So also Saturday we have a Juneteenth trail ride, and it's off Old Waynesboro Road. Um, we are involved in a lot of things. We are alcohol caterers. We have food trucks. We
Mhm.
try to keep ourselves out there and busy. We do a lot of businesses, so we try to stay on the move. We have so much stuff. I would actually have to look at my calendar to write it down because you know, me remembering it, no, that's not going to happen. But we stay busy. We stay in the community. We stay doing what we need to do, and we try to set an example of
Mhm.
what a black business should do in the black neighborhoods. We try to do that. So we have a lot going on. Our our hours will be lunch hours going to be Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. We open 6 days of the week now. It was five, it's six now. And on Sundays, we're going to be open. We opened to 10 for the first Sunday because I was wore out. I couldn't take it. But we're probably going to stay open to 12 o'clock um, because we need to go up against the big boys,
Yes.
12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, something like that. So just to give South Augusta just an alternative. So, yeah. So we open Tuesday through Sunday now, um, 11 to 3 for the lunch, and 6 to 12 Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and 6 to 2 a.m. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we're opening to 12 a.m.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a lot. And on top of, like you said, the food trucks, when y'all catering, because y'all also cater too as well. So
Sure.
that speaks a lot of volume alone, the impact that's happening throughout the community with Cliffism. So we definitely loving it. We enjoying it. Your team is building, so it's getting larger. So, because y'all are growing. So
Now everybody want to be a part of Clifton.
See that, but that hey, that's a good thing because they like, hey, that's positive, So when they say they want to be a part of it, that's a positive thing. So
You know,
we love
I just appreciate being able to actually provide employment to
see.
people. You know what I'm saying? That's my big thing. I can actually get you on my payroll and pay you, and not you ain't got to worry about coming to me. Hey man, where my check at? You know that kind of stuff.
Right, right.
But
But
yeah,
not only that alone speaks, volume when individuals are looking for a job, needing a job. Look how the economy is going along, and you're able to have that and provide employment for individuals. Love it. We love it. We love it. That is so amazing. That is so amazing. So being open now, during the daytime, we are going to have a business flood, and you'll see that coming soon. That business flood will be on June the 30th. That is a Tuesday, and that will be done during the hours of the daytime. So you will be able to bring your family, your
yeah,
friends, your children, and that will be between the hours of 12 to 2 on
that's
June the 30th. So definitely stop by Cliff Isms. I mean, he's located at 2416 Windsor Spring Road in Augusta, Georgia. So definitely make sure you stop in anytime during his open business hours and support. Definitely. Cliff, is there anything else you would like to add in before we wrap up on all the phenomenal things that you're doing here throughout the community?
well, not really.
Don't hold back. Stop holding back.
No, seriously though, we just like to thank everybody who has been in our corner from day one. You know, we have a lot of loyal people that comes to Cliffisms that made Cliffisms their home, and we really appreciate it because without you guys, we are nothing. We can put it out there, but if you don't like it, then we're not going to be successful. So we appreciate all our customers. I mean, if you come in there and only get a bottle of water, guess what? You have supported us and we appreciate you. You know, that's why we try to show as much love as people show to us. I would like to thank my staff, my manager, Monica. She's doing a tremendous job. You know, we put her in her first manager position, and
Okay, shout
she
out to her.
yeah, she's doing very well. I like to shout out my co-owner, which is my wife, Ginger. Without her, none of this would be possible because she is actually the calm that tames my storm. I'm telling you, I promise you, these words are true. So
Okay,
I
yeah.
really need her in those things. I'm the gadget guy. I'm the hands-on. If you see anything in Cliffisms, I probably put it up or put it in or something like that. I like to work with my hands, so and to let you guys know something, I had a very, very bad motorcycle accident. Okay,
Mhm.
this is what made Cliffisms come to life. Um, by trade, I'm an industrial electrician. I've been there for like 15, 17 years, and I had a very good job, paid well. But when I got hurt on my motorcycle, they put so much metal in my body that I had to retire because I couldn't do my work without becoming a liability. So my wife asked me, she was like, "Well, what are you going to do? Because you know you ain't going to just sit around." I was like, "Well, it's time for Clifford." And that's how it came. So, sometimes we got to take tragedies and
Yes.
flip them around and make them your advantage. And that's what I think I've done in this situation. So I had a lot of help. My mother-in-law is, oh my God, listen, that's my mom. I love her to death. Don't get it wrong. She, she helps me a lot, and she keeps me grounded too. So those are the people that I want to shout out. All my workers are great. You know, like I said, everybody who comes to Cliffisms, some people talk about things. We do it. So, that's our formula. We don't just run our mouth. We get out there, we work, we do what we need to do, and we give you the best product we possibly can. And we
Absolutely.
appreciate you for appreciating it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we definitely appreciate it. And just close out that note, like you said, you take things that you think are horrible or, it was tragic or bad that have happened to you, turn it around and shine the sunshine on it and get the best out of it that you can get.
That's
So definitely appreciate you spreading that and giving us that advice tonight too as well, because even though you was mentioning it, but that was advice for the ones that's listening that may need that. So definitely appreciate you for that.
no problem.
Yes, yes, yes. So, everyone, we thank you so much for tuning in. You have heard from Cliff, which is the owner of Cliffism Sports and Spirits, which is also a hybrid restaurant now in
Yes,
the
sir.
South Augusta location. Also, reach out to him. You can reach on the website. We have added that. That's cliffisms.com. Check out so that way if you're needing any catering needs, if you're needing food truck opportunities too as well, he has that available. And just other things that he's doing throughout the community too as well than just the restaurant at the moment. So please make sure you get out and support, support, support. What you got, Cliff?
I am an active member of Band of Brothers. So just to
That's
let
right.
everybody know, we do a little stuff in the community. So if you guys, if your organization is needing something from the Band of Brothers, get at me so I can talk to my president and say, hey man, we need to go over there and we need to go do some things.
Tell them a little bit about the ones that don't know what Banner Butters do. Let them know just a little bit. You don't have to go all the way into it, but let them know because, like you said, I told y'all he's humble, but he does a lot. I knew it was going to come out a little bit, but he does a lot, and even more than what he's mentioning tonight. But just let them know a little bit, also too, what y'all do throughout the community.
Band of Brothers is a organization that's community first. We try to do a lot of things with the community, as of course Juneteenth is one of them. But besides that, we try to do things like cleanups, um, visiting Ronald McDonald houses and things of that nature. So Band of Brothers is an organization that really gets out and tries to help in any way we can with the community. So if you have things that you need, you could always contact us. We'll try to do our best to help you out. We can't help every situation, but if it's in our control, we can sure try to help you.
Definitely. And y'all, and we appreciate everything that y'all are doing throughout the community because, like you said, that's an organization. So, no, they do not get paid for that services of helping individuals. So, please make sure if you are needing their support, reach out to them and just appreciate for all the hard work that they're doing throughout the community because they're doing that from the heart of them. Also, too, with Juneteenth, that is this Friday. If you have not already registered for your tickets, the event is free, but you have to be registered to enter through the gates. If not, you will be standing in the sun and signing in because they're not going to play with security. So just go ahead and get it done ahead of time. It's free for the whole CSRA. And the event is happening on Friday. So make sure you register, go check out. They're going to have so many different things happening, so many different vendors that are out there, live music, live artists, you know. So that's a great time for the community to get out and enjoy each other and celebrate one another and also support each other. So definitely get out and support each other throughout this week alone and then also on this weekend. We thank you all for joining in. Cliff, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule. I know you got to get back to it, but I do appreciate you taking the time out for us to honor you and spotlight you on this evening. And I'm not going to hold you much longer because you know I can hold you a little longer, but I'm going to let you get back at it, get back to the real world.
No,
um,
much, Alicia. I appreciate you having me on and spotlighting me. But it's not about me. It's about everybody around me. I just had the vision, but I needed all the players in my pod to come clean and do their job, and they've done a wonderful job. So I appreciate everybody.
And I know they appreciate you, and we definitely appreciate all of them, the team, and yourself too, as well. And Miss Ginger too, as well, for everything that y'all are doing throughout the community and throughout the chamber. We definitely appreciate you all. Everyone, thank you so much. You have heard from the wonderful Cliff. What is he's known as Cliff, but his name is Clifton Thomas, the owner of Cliffism Sports and Spirits, also the hybrid store restaurant. Thank you for joining in on his legacy in leadership, where we are celebrating the men of the Greater Augusta Black Chamber of Commerce. We're also celebrating men in business, celebrating men's mental health month, and also the fathers for the month of June. Thank you all for everything that you are doing, men. You're leading with vision, building legacies, and inspiring the next generation of entrepreneurs. Thank you all, and y'all have a wonderful and amazing evening on this Tuesday evening. Thank you.